Coach, I know we always talk about this, a successful weekend, but you feel like you left a little bit on the table today. Kind of take us through today and your assessment of the game.
Yeah, disappointed. Just didn't show up, locked in, ready to go. I mean, you give up, I think it's 6 freebies, HBPs, and walks, and I know we got 2 errors here. I feel like we made 4 errors on the day. 3 of them in double plays and innings where they scored multiple runs. You could easily look up and say, hey man, 6 of those runs maybe shouldn't be on the board, but we gave them opportunities in those spots. I'm sure you're the scorekeeper, so I'm sorry to say that, but I just think we got to make those plays. And 2 bad base runner plays, like just, not real mindful stuff today.
You mentioned it there a little bit. It seemed like even in the wins, you had a couple of those base running blunders. I guess what was kind of going into that? Is it guys being too aggressive, or what do you think what went into those mistakes?
Some of them, you get a pick off on a steal attempt. That's just aggressiveness, maybe not a great read. The one the other night with Amani, that's a tough one because he dies at the late minute and then he flips it to third, which most guys don't flip to third. But today we had a tough one, and we've had a couple tough ones over the last 2 weeks. That it's focus level, just being focused and understanding what's going on. We got to be better.
Robbie, you talked about yesterday when you had that meeting with the team, just trying to get them back focused and wanted to have that sense of urgency to win every single SEC game. Is this kind of your concern, is having days like this with this team?
It's every coach's concern. You're dealing with 18 to 22-year-olds, and they get excited. They went, hey, I got 2 out of 3. We got the series, and they just don't understand the importance of everything, of taking care of business, because you're really making up for one you goofed down the road. I think that's the hardest part. It's on me. Like I said, it's my job to motivate them and make sure they understand that. But it is a frustrating day not to come out and be locked in like we should.
Steve? It felt like pitching-wise, kind of fought it a little bit today. Brooklyn's a decent first and comes back out and can't got a second. And nobody anticipates the starter falling apart in the second innings. You don't have anybody ready. It's like it gets you off schedule. Kind of take us through that aspect.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, it's been a while since we've hadn't had a really good start. I mean, somebody gets into 5 or 6, so it did. It pushed the game in a different direction. It just wasn't good. I mean, I don't understand it. It's been really good for us lately, but wasn't a great effort, great outing, excuse me. His efforts, he's trying as hard as he can, but just not a great outing for him. Couldn't command early today. And I think guys went out there. Like I said, you look at some guys, if you could make a play here or there, then something possibly could happen. But they had 7 lefties in the lineup. We tried to run through our lefties a good bit, and I thought they were competitive.
Get another good day from Logan Kohler offensively, I guess. When you look at what he's done this season and kind of got this groove here a bit, I mean, is this kind of the player you guys expected when you landed him in the portal?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's always had the power. I mean, he's hit 10 or 12 every year. So the fact that he didn't have much power in the first half of the season was a little bit of a shock to us, but he's swinging it well right now.
Sam? You talked about yesterday trying to get the team to wrangle their emotions, I think, in the 4th inning. Today you had a big chat with them in the 5th inning. Talk to me just about your emotions from that and what you're trying to tell these guys about wrangling their own emotions.
I was pissed in the 5th when I met with them, so I don't know if I probably just spewed my emotions on them. But the message was you got half a game left to play. And you can still, crazy things happen in this league, but you got to want it more than them. And that was the challenge. Like you had I thought Alabama did a great job today. They've been a little undermanned, a little under the weather, and they won it today. They really won it today. They knew how important it was, and I challenged our guys. You got to want it more than them, and it doesn't always work that way, I know, but it's just trying to motivate them. And I thought we did play the last half of the game a lot better than the first half.
Steve? Obviously, it's a different week this week. I know when you go on the road too, but what's your schedule going to look like this week as far as kind of getting guys ready for the last SEC road series?
Well, we got exams, so they got a ton of tests tomorrow and Tuesday, so we don't do too much. Probably lift a little weights, take some light BP. Probably have really good practice on Wednesday, really good practice on Thursday there at Arkansas. Get ready to lock horns. I mean, it's going to be a great series. Obviously, Arkansas's one of the top 3 teams in the country, and they're probably number 1 in the country if they could just play at home. So they've been really good at their home field. So we got to get up there and get us some.
Benjamin?
Yeah, just some early thoughts on this Arkansas team. Last verse that we started to play a lot better away from home too.
They can really pitch. You know, they arguably have maybe the best pitcher in the country with Hayden Smith. And that they're all three of their starters are really good, and they pitch good at the back end. So they're just, I'm sure they're very comfortable pitching at home. And it's a veteran offensive group that have won a lot of games. So they just they know how to play winning baseball. I don't think they're putting up 2 touchdowns every game, but they can move the ball. They got some guys that can get it out of the park. They play really good defense. So they just, they play winning baseball.
All right, thank you.